This is where men are separated from boys. This is where you make the final run and you hope for the best. This is the champion stage pick'em, baby. Anyway, let's just take a look at my legend stage. I got 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 out of 9, same as my challenger stage, 6 out of 9. I saw many pick'ems that were so close at this stage, of being wrong. And if you went with mine, you'll probably got it a 5. Anyway, as you can see, a lot of people did not have faith in G2. I didn't have faith in Furia as well. They got some easy matchups, so I think they have to play Entropic in their last game to qualify. And even though Entropic were, I think, 0-1 at the start, but they managed to win the best of 3. They managed to win best of once against Liquid and Gambit, both on Vertigo. On the CT side, it was just insane. Anyway, with the legend stage being done, we have the champion stage, and this is very difficult. Very difficult. There's no cheese picks, there's no throwaway picks anymore. There's no guessing 5 out of 7. It's just very difficult. Okay, so you can see we have to place 2 correct for semifinals. 1 correct for semifinals, 2 correct for quarterfinals, and 1 correct prediction for the grand final. So getting into it, let's just see what a sensible person would do if we had to do the pick'ems. This is what he'll do. He'll pick Navi all the way to win it. We'll have Gambit here. We'll have G2 here. Now this is a coin flip match. Virtus.pro are very, very good at coming back from a deficit, as they have shown throughout the major. Right, they're very comfortable with grinding out the wins rather than taking a huge lead and then just finishing off the map. They're just so slow. The meme Virtus paid by the round is very real, and they make everyone fucking sweat. Anyway, now Heroic and Virtus.pro. If I had to guess, this is very difficult, mind you. I'll have to go with VP. This is the era of the CIS, baby. Heroic barely scraped through the stage again, and I personally don't have any faith in them. Now, when it comes to G2 and VP, G2 is the favorite for me. G2 in the legend stage as well got a few easy matchups. Let's just see who they faced. I think I can, yeah. If you go here, if you look at G2's matches, you can see they won against Entropic, FaZe, and Copenhagen Flames. All 3 were much more easier than what Navi had to go through. Let's look at what Navi did. Navi beat NIP, Navi beat VP, and Navi beat Virtus.pro. All of these 3 teams have made it to the champion stage. So you can clearly see Navi have come to play and Navi have come to destroy. There were no close games. Destroyed everyone they played. Right? Easy 2-0 against NIP. Some people doubted them. I think NIP also was in the lead, but Navi just destroyed them. If you look at G2s, they had much easier opponents. None of these are in champion stage. And for Navi, everyone is in the champion stage of the teams they faced. If you look at Gambit's performance, you could see they've played NIP, right? They played Virtus.pro. So they have 2 opponents which were tough. I would say Entropic was also tough, but in a best of one, they played Vertigo both the times. I felt like they had some good reads there. That's why they kept picking into it. I had so much faith in Team Liquid that they would make it, but they choked so hard against Furia and against FaZe. They were, I think, 15-11 up on the T side on Mirage, which they managed to throw away. So, I don't know. I feel like Liquid will definitely have a roster change. a lot of teams will have roster change incoming. I'll make a video about that as well. We'll see about that. And yeah, so where were we? The pickums for champion stage, right? If you look at it, a sensible person would do this, right? Right, right. I mean, you can put heroic or Virtus Pro. It's a coin flip in my opinion. For NIP and G2, I think here as well you can pick NIP, but if you pick NIP, then it's harder to predict who will go here, right? I think so. I think G2 are looking well drilled, G2 are looking strong, and G2 are here to play, and they can only beat what's ahead of them, right? So it's none of their fault that their opponents were easier. Out of Heroic and Virtus Pro, I believe in Yakindar. I believe in the Jesus Christ and Savior of the Counter Strike, which is James with his luscious locks. And yeah, Buster and Kickert are also playing well. Flit is also playing well in the uh, round ending situations, where is in clutches, where is in. So yeah, I think VP will take this match, and this is what a sensible person would do, right? This is what a sensible person would do. But you know what? Whatever a sensible person will do might not happen, and I'm predicting this upset. Now, hear me out, because everyone is going to pick Navi. I think 70% of the people are going to predict Navi for this matchup. Now let's just recap. Let's just recap what happened for G2 before the player break. Before the player break, they were in every final. They were in almost all the finals, all the dimmer, a lot of top fours before the player break. And they in the ESL Pro League finals, they lost. G2 lost 3-0 against Navi, but if you look at the score lines were 16-14, 16-13, 16-13. They barely lost with a margin as big as the width of a hair. Right? It's just and everyone was just saying that this has to be the next step has to be for G2 to win a trophy. Right? Then they come back from player break. They decide not to have boot camp before ESL Pro League group stage because they thought we don't need it, right? We are too good. We are good players and will be able to make it through the playoffs very easily, because they thought that the opponents they had, I think they had Copenhagen Flames, they had Sinners, and a few low-rated teams in their group in Pro League. So they thought it would be easy to make into the playoffs, and then they will do a boot camp once they qualify from the group stage, and that is what it cost them. It cost them heavily. They won none of the maps, and every hope and every expectation that we had for G2 was just gone away, and we thought that Carlos would make a roster change, and there's no way this roster would work again, right? This is what happened with G2. And then I think they also played they played in the fall, if I'm not wrong, a Blast Premier Fall Showdown, right? Where they gave away Vertigo against a very low ranked Chinese team, that is Lenvision. No one expected them. No one expected them to even take a map where that kid Starry had a 1v5 clutch in the pistol round. That was just insane to watch. And then, even after they won against Lenvision, they lost to Mad Lions, right? A team that no one had heard of, and they lost to them, right? And at that event, Team Liquid beat Mad Lions to make it to the fall finals, and that's why I had so much faith in Liquid as well in the Legend stage. But they're disappointed, right? But they disappointed really heavily, and they managed to choke out in the most important tournament of the year, of the last 2 years, except Cologne this year, right? And yeah, I think Liquid needs to make so many roster changes anyway. So if you if you follow my logic up till there, the next step for G2 was to beat Navi. The next step for G2 was to grab a trophy against Navi. And I think they're going to take the step this time. They're going to take the step in uh, in the most important tournament of the last 2 years. And I think they're going to write, Nico is going to finally write his name in the history books of being a major champion. And I think Simple's gonna have to wait. Simple has been in major finals quite a while now. Navi as an organization have been in major finals, I think 3 or 4 times, and they have managed to not win it. They have also Simple has been in major finals, I think 3 times. He has faced it major London. He was in the finals. He was in the finals with Team Liquid against Luminosity. I think in MLG Columbus as well. So I think the pressure for Simple will be huge in this final, and I think Simple will have to wait another 6 months for his major, perhaps. But this is obviously a underdog pick in this matchup, and if I had to advise what you will pick, I'll rather ask you to pick Navi here, because I am, in my opinion, this is a very free diamond coin, and Navi have destroyed everyone. Navi have destroyed everyone in the uh, last 3-4 months, and it's very difficult to not pick Navi. But I feel like G2 are ready to take the next step. G2 are ready to bring the biggest trophy of the last 2 years home, and I feel like Nico is going to surprise everyone. He'll have like a 1.5 or 1.6 rating in the finals. It would be a three mapper. Uh, I hope overtime, and I feel like G2 is gonna take it. G2 is going to take it. For Navi, there's another motivation for me to not pick Navi in the finals, uh, because if you watched one of the stream clips from Simple, what he said was that someone asked the question through a donation that would he consider switching to Valorant, right? Now to that he answered, if we ever were to win 3 or 4 majors, like all the players of Astralis, Dupree, Zipex, Device, and all these guys, then he would consider switching to Valorant. Which in my mind is just I don't think that should happen, and I don't think Navi should Simple should be a major just because it's switch to Valorant. I hate Valorant, and I hate and I don't I love Simple. Don't get me wrong, I love him, but I don't want him switching to Valorant. So yeah, that's another motivation for me to not pick Navi to win this major, and I think G2 are ready to take the next step. So see ya, goodbye, and I'll see you on the other side. And either two things are going to happen. Either I'll have a diamond pick'em, and the rest of you will have a gold coin, or I'll have a gold, and all of you will have a diamond coin. So yeah, see ya.